So with not much going on in the gaming industry or just social media type news in general, I have been searching for something to make a video on, and I stumbled across this article by Good Gear Guide, a website I have never heard of, and probably for good reason. I doubt any of you have either. And this article titled 10 Reasons to Hate PC Gamers, and just by that title we can tell that it's going to be an excellent article. So as I said, I got nothing better to do right now. I just finished my midterms yesterday. We're doing well on all of those. We're getting close to the end of the semester. Any of you guys out there in school, I hope you're doing well, and yeah, keep grinding it out. Hope you guys are all doing well, and hopefully I can entertain you. This should be a pretty fun video. Make sure you go grab yourself a snack, sit back and relax, and let's check out these top 10 reasons to hate PC gamers. So coming in hot at number 10 of the top 10 reasons to hate PC gamers, apparently they are elitist twats. All right, let's get right into it. If you're a video game fan with a soft spot for consoles, never ever get into a conversation with a PC gamer. They will tell you at length and with the utmost smugness why their gaming rig is vastly superior to your piddling little toy. FPS fans are especially open to ridicule, with the mouse versus controller argument forever on the tip of a PC gamer's silver-spooned tongue. I like that, how analytical. To avoid these unsightly conflicts, we recommend bludgeoning them on sight with your Xbox/PS3. I mean, hey, if you use that fucking Xbox One Series X, it does look kind of like a weapon. It's basically a big ass brick, so you could definitely do some damage with that. As far as the argument with mouse versus controller for FPS, even anybody who plays a console, if they play it on PC for any length of time, would definitely agree that you are much more accurate on a PC rather than a Xbox. That's why everybody bitches about playing with PC gamers in cross-play games. So there's not really a good argument there at all. But hey, let's check into the 9th reason to hate PC gamers. All right, coming in at number 9 of the 10 reasons to hate PC gamers is esports, apparently. All right, let's see what they got to say here. I'm sorry, but computer games is not a sport. I mean, I don't think anybody disagrees with that. I don't care how honed your Counter-Strike reflexes are. The whole esports phenomenon is surely one of the most try-hard, laughably unimpressive professions in the world. And yet we're supposed to take these athletes seriously? Since when has sitting in a chair clicking a mouse been in any way athletic? Yeah, so I don't think anybody's gonna argue that esports is not comparable to football or soccer or basketball. I mean, obviously, that's why it's called esports. It's electronic sports. You're not doing any kind of physical activity aside from moving your mouse around and clicking a couple keys on your keyboard. So yeah, I don't think anybody's arguing that fact with you. So that's not the best reason, but hey, let's move on to number 8. All right, so number 8, they're filthy pirates. Yarr. All right. Just for you, I'll read this in a pirate voice because you know all of us PC gamers are pirates. So this is how we talk to each other on Discord. Yar, PC gamers seem to think they have a God-given right to illegally download computer games for free. Yar. This is stealing, plain and simple, and it's affecting the industry in a big way. Ho ho, ain't that right? When queried about its DRM policies, Ubisoft threw the issue back at PC gamers' faces, and rightfully so. Are we frustrated by the PC market? I think everyone is. In the end, it all comes back to one single truth. Piracy is a big, huge, hairy problem. It's a market that has suffered. I'm turning into Kermit the Frog. I guess I'll finish it like this. I don't know what the fuck happened to my voice. Hello, now I'm Yoda. A lot because of piracy, and we're all just trying to figure out what we think is the best way to deal with it. Now, JJ Binks. In other words, pay your games, you scavengers.
You went full retard, man. Never go full retard.
Like Robert Downey Jr. said, never go full retard. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened to me there. I apologize. I haven't been taking my medicine, as you can probably tell. And this article's it's kind of triggering me. Let's go into this real quick. Yeah, so not everybody that plays on a PC steals games. And a lot of the times we do see a lot of people who do pirate games. You know, you obviously can't play online when you pirate a game. They do end up buying it because they play it and they like it. And they go, hey, you know what? I'll buy the game anyway. So it actually does end up profiting the publishers in some circumstances. But yeah, I do agree. You should shouldn't be stealing shit. I don't. Most people I know who play on PC don't, so this is just kind of a stupid misconception. But yeah, let's move on to number 7. All right, so up next, number 7. They make the rest of us look like nerds. I think you're doing that yourself by writing an article about PC gamers, but okay. Once upon a time, playing video games was about as socially acceptable as owning a 12-sided dice. Wouldn't it be 12-sided die? Am I wrong? Because you just referred to it as if it was a singular thing. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We're obviously dealing with some high IQ individuals, so I won't question them. It was something nerds did in between zip popping and Star Trek marathons, or at least that was the popular playground perception at the time. To talk incessantly about video games was to invite wedgie annihilation from all directions. Needless to say, it was a dangerous time to be a gamer. Ooh yeah, I remember 70 years ago, back when I was a gamer in my childhood, we had to deal with people trying to slaughter us on the daily with brutal wedgies and shooting spitballs at us. It was quite dangerous for sure. Anyway, thankfully things have come along in leaps and bounds since then. Unless you're a PC gamer, that is. For some reason, PC gamers have refused to leave the tissue-strewn basement of our inglorious past. Most of them still play flight sims, war games, and orc-filled RPGs, apparently by choice. They also have serious BO issues, as any LAN tournament will attest. Then there are PC gamer poster boys like Leroy Jenkins, red shirt guy, and the guy who tried to stick a remote up his butt. Alright, so all of these videos are extremely out of date, and they're actually all extremely classic videos. I highly recommend you watch these if you haven't already. I'm also quite impressed by the way that they don't even know how to hyperlink a YouTube video in an article. But yeah, I don't have much to say about that. That was that's one of the dumbest points yet, but we'll go ahead and move on to number 6. All right, so number 6, they are shameless graphic whores. And as you can see here, they have a BIOS setup utility screen from what looks like a very old computer. I have no idea what year this must have came out in. Just by looking at the multipliers and voltages, this looks like pretty out-of-date software. But anyway, PC gamers don't really care about gameplay. They are more interested in teasing a few extra frames per second out of their ridiculously overpriced gaming rig. When you spend more time fiddling around in the BIOS than actually playing, it's time to face facts. You're no longer a gamer. No, actually, I think that people who play PC know that you want to have a better looking game and a higher refresh rate. That's kind of the reason to play on PC. That's why people play games on the PC, because it's simply better. Everything works better, looks better. That's why consoles are trying to emulate PCs as much as possible. A console is basically just a shitty PC that's highly manufactured and mass produced. But yeah, actually, I think this is worse than the last one. I think this is the worst one so far. All right, let's move on to number 5. Number 5, they have more money than sense. Oh, really? Okay. I don't know where all my millions are, but you know, I'll keep looking for them. So, you want to get into PC gaming, huh? The first thing to do is grab a Origin Genesis gaming PC with an RRP of $10,893. It's an absolute steal. Or maybe you just want to upgrade your PC's graphics card to something a bit meatier. Ooh, I bet your wife wants to do that as well. The Asus ROG Mars is going cheap at just $19.99. Perhaps portable gaming is more of your bag. If so, the Asus Lamborghini VX5 can be yours for just $34.99. Bargains, all 3 of them. Alternatively, you could buy a Nintendo Wii, a PlayStation 3, an Xbox 360, and a Nintendo DSi XL for a fraction of the price, but who'd want to go and do something stupid like that? I keep having to change which one's the worst. I think this one's the worst so far, because first of all, you do not need to pay $10,893 to get a decent gaming rig, and I highly would not even recommend getting a gaming laptop unless you just have the money for it and you like to play games on the go, because laptops are simply inferior to any sort of PC build. My PC was not even $1,000 and I can run any game on the market right now, full settings, no problem. Obviously, if you want to go into boosting your computer with like a 3090 and a lot of stuff added in there like that to boost everything, you obviously can do that, and it's going to start costing you more and more money. But this is a huge misconception that people have about PC gaming, and I think it's absolutely fucking stupid. You don't have to be a millionaire to have a PC. You don't even have to be a thousandaire. You can save up. You're going to simply be paying a little little bit more to have a PC that's going to last you 5+ years, which at that point you'll just need to upgrade rather than paying $500 now for a console that's going to get an upgrade in a few years, and you're going to need to just get a completely new console and throw that old one out. It's just stupid. Comparing a PC to a console is completely irrelevant, because console is simply for video games or streaming movies, whereas a PC can be used for a million different things, like what I'm doing right now, editing this video for YouTube, doing my homework, running a business, etc. It's a completely irrelevant comparison that way too many people make, so this one's fucking stupid. And yeah, let's move on to number 4. All right, so number 4 is MMORPGs. When your parents told you to get out of the house more, I don't think this is what they had in mind. This is actually kind of a misconception I had before I started PC gaming, when I thought pretty much everybody that played games on their PC were greasy MMORPG players, but that's really not the case at all. While I do love WoW, I don't play it anymore. A good amount of people do play MMOs on their PCs, but just because you're on PC doesn't mean that you're going to be playing MMOs, so that's a pretty silly point. But let's go on to number 3. All right, number 3, they're always complaining. The average PC gamer is a moaning, whinging, I think they mean whining, waste of space who never runs out of things to complain about, whether a feature is cut from a game or it doesn't live up to expectations. The PC gaming fraternity goes on a hysterical, nerd-fueled rampage with scores of online petitions, irate death threats, and organized boycotts clogging the internet. They make John McEnroe's famed dummy spits look like articulate debates. Is it any wonder that games publishers are abandoning the PC market in droves? Yeah, I don't really think that's the case at all. It's simply not worth the effort of releasing a PC game these days. Even if it's perfect, you guys will find something to nitpick. Presumably, you won't be happy until the entire games industry has washed its hands of you. That day can't come soon enough. Yes, I don't know if you realize this, but games are actually developed on PCs and then they are dumbed down for consoles because they have inferior CPUs, GPUs, power output, graphical output, frame rate restrictions. This just shows you how educated this writer of this article is. But okay, let's move on to number 2. Number 2 reason to hate PC gamers. Apparently this build of this anime waifu is a reason to hate PC gamers. I actually think this is pretty sick. I mean, look at this, got a fucking handle on it. Oh man, that's pretty dope. I wonder how much gamer juice has been on that. How old is this setup also? Look at that fucking monitor. This looks like it's from the early 2000s, maybe mid 2000s. Holy shit. This just shows you how out of date all of the information in this article is. All right, so let's get to the last one, because I know this has been pretty rough. So let's get to number 1. Let's get this over with. Number 1, Leetspeak. I don't know anybody who uses this, but okay. Just when gaming was starting to make inroads into the mainstream, a splinter group of stuck-up PC nerds started to pretend they had broken keyboards. Apparently too cool for the alphabet, they substituted letters for vague number-based substitutions in a 2-fingered salute to grammar. Once again, this information is incredibly out of date. This shit, Leetspeak must have been created like way back when computers were first being designed. That's fucking nobody. Who the fuck uses this? This is something that very few people see. I don't even see people use this in text messages. While it originated with computer hackers, Leetspeak quickly spread into the PC gaming community, making us all look like complete jackasses in the process. If you regularly pepper your online chat with pwned, noob, woot, and sucksour, you're part of the gene pool problem. Now rack off and die in a chemical fire. You shan't be missed. Yes, unfortunately, I shall miss the amount of time that I just wasted of my life reading this article. Anyway, I think this was all around a well-rounded argument. I think it was a lot of good reasons why you should hate PC gamers. I mean, I'm a PC gamer, so you guys might as well unsub from me now. You guys, you know, you see all these reasons to hate me. I'm just a horrible pirate and all that jazz, but you guys let me know what you think. Do you have any other reasons you should hate PC gamers, or what did you think of this article? You let me know. I'll be coming out with some more videos pretty soon. It's been kind of hard to find good topics to make videos on. If you guys have any good topics or any fanboy videos you want me to check out, make sure you go to the description and join the Discord. Go to video suggestions and drop any links there. Also, I've been streaming. If you guys want to come kick it with me and play some games with me, maybe. Also, my Twitch is in the description there, so go follow me there. And yeah, appreciate you guys watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.